Hi there, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for stopping by. I am here to share some messages with you, and I'm sure you are here to hear what it is I have to say. Hopefully, this message may resonate. Maybe it will not. To be honest with you, the messages lately seem to be specific, but you could still sit in and hear what it is I have to say. Okay, you could even join in and engage with the content, meaning take note to see that these messages do connect, okay? And they are real messages for somebody somewhere out there, anybody, anywhere. For this one, I kind of have somebody in mind, like I shared in the last video, but I'm not going to say any names because it is more than one person here that's involved in more than one story here. And story, I want to emphasize because a lot of children's stories have been coming out. Let me put on my glasses so I can start seeing. I can start sharing the messages right off the bat and channel at the same time. But with all these children's stories like the Dr. Seuss and then Curious George came up, which I meant to say more about that, and it just passed me. So something just passed somebody overlooked something, or somebody's going to pass because that energy came up in the last reading. I'm not going to hold back here. Okay, somebody shouldn't hold back either, or somebody's being held back because that message also came out. Okay, hold up. There's going to be some kind of hold up. But what I was trying to say, I wanted to say more about Curious George, and I will. But before I do, the children's stories are not only telling me that something is really easy, clear cut, something is about to be solved, okay? It also tells me that there's something that's being fabricated here, okay? What do I mean by this? Children books are usually fictional or contains fictional characters. Okay, so something is first of all stranger than fiction, okay? And this deals with characters that are either made up, okay? Characters that are just not real, okay? Or you can't believe that these are the characters, or some people are exhibiting characteristics that's questionable, okay? That might seem against the grain, against the status quo, unhinged, perhaps in some cases. Okay, some characters are being scrutinized for not being themselves, or some characters are really not themselves. Okay, um, yeah, I think I should start at the beginning. Okay, so something about Genesis here. Something is being created. A story is starting. This is a story. Okay, and it's an easy story, it's a simple story, okay, but it's a made-up story. But I think more, I'll touch on this more because this is the second page of the notes, and there's things that precede it, and I don't want to jump ahead of myself. So I'm also feeling like that's what's going on in this situation. Somebody does not want to jump ahead of themselves, or somebody shouldn't jump ahead of themselves. But let's go back to the beginning. Let's go to the Genesis where things started. Okay, so in the beginning, whoever it is that I'm talking about, it could be you. Okay, whoever it is watching, listening. In the beginning, you were precious. Okay, you're considered a gem here. Gold. Okay, so valuable. This might be carrying over of the last message. I highly feel that. Okay, and a lot came out in the last message, and I didn't even take note of all those yellow cards that came out. So something is really being illuminated here. Okay, there's a lot of illumination. Somebody might be a luminary. Okay, this might have to do with Illuminati. Okay, just eminent. Something is eminent or imminent. Somebody might be in imminent danger. Okay, but going back to the beginning, everything was good. You're wealthy in your original state. Okay, you're created perfectly. You're created to be prosperous. You're created to be abundant. You're created to be solid. Okay, you're created to also be a winner. Okay, some kind of champion here, because gold is giving me like top. Okay, you're at the top. You're number one. Okay. Here an A-class, A-lister. Someone could be an actor, actress here, going back to fictional characters. Someone could also be an athlete, um, because gold gives me Olympics, or any competitive sport where you win a medal. So you are a trophy, okay, a valuable medal. You get the gold, you get the prize, you are the prize here. Let's just start with that. Okay. Um there's more to say about that. I feel like I might as well say something else. Did I write it down? There's more to say about something that's being said. There's more to say about it. I didn't write it down. So that tells me there's more to you that the eye doesn't see. Okay. There's more to you that the eye doesn't see. Okay. The eye doesn't see, or maybe you don't even see yourself this way, that you are gold, that you are a prize. You're the prize here. Okay. You are like top shot, big shot, top dog, like I said before, honcho, head honcho. Okay. You're the star of the show, or you're the main character in this book, in this story. The spotlight is on you. So you could be the lead singer. I know a lot of Destiny's Child came out, okay? So you could be in a band, but you're the lead. Okay, you could be a part of a firm, because Law came out as well. But you are the hot shot here. Okay, you're the giant. There's somebody here, like I said, juggernaut before, but you are a giant in the land. Or what other storybooks talks about giant? Is it Jack and the Beanstalk? Okay, something might be relevant about Jack and the Beanstalk. Like I said, a lot of stuff has been coming. Something is simple. Somebody is simple-minded. Someone could be named Jack. Okay? Somebody could believe in fairy tales or just love literature, especially children's novels. Somebody might be considering being a writer of children's books. Okay, let's see what it says about Jack and the Beanstalk, just quickly. It's an English fairy tale with ancient origins. It appears as the story of Jack Spriggins and the Enchanted Bean in 1974, and as Benjamin Tabbert's Moralize. Okay, these names could be relevant. Jack, Benjamin, okay? Benjamin Tabbert's Moralize, the history of Jack and the Beanstalk. All right, that's it, in 1807. Let's see what else. The Treasures of the Giant. Didn't I just mention giant? And didn't I start off with saying you're some kind of gem, you're some kind of treasure, you're gold? I'll tell you how things tie in. I can't make anything up. This is what I'm reading, the Wikipedia screen, before clicking on it here. Okay, do you see giant here? The treasures of the giant. Okay, so whoever this person is, again, they are wealthy, you are wealthy if I'm speaking to you. Okay, you're not only a treasure, you don't only have treasure, but you are treasured. Ooh, I'm getting 10, 10, 10 across the board. And that's a line from Heated, which came out in the last reading. Okay, it's a song by Beyonce. I believe that's part of her Renaissance catalog, discography. Okay, so Renaissance gives me new birth, okay? Somebody's going to experience a new beginning here. Okay, somebody's going to be gifted some treasures, the treasure of somebody who is treasure. Somebody wants to share their treasures with you. This person is a giant in the land, a juggernaut. Okay, the star of the show, a big shot, hot shot, all that stuff, okay? Someone's name could be named Joseph here, or Jacob, okay? Oh my gosh, I see United Kingdom. Jack and the... look at this. You see this? Let me see. We see giant here. And then you see United Kingdom. And in the last message, the UK came up. It was a major part of the message. Something about the UK, the flag of the UK. Okay, UK, are you okay? Please let me know in the comment section, okay? If anyone's watching from the UK, please let me know, let us know if everything is okay. Is everything going on well and swell over there? Okay? But it's a classic children's story about a clever boy who trades a cow for magic beans. Let me press on this. I'm interested because it's been a long time. It's been a long time. So I'm really interested in this. I can't read this whole thing, no way. I thought it was a synopsis. It's actually the whole story. But you get the gist. Or you might be familiar with the story, whoever it is you are. Trades a cow for magic beans. So there's some kind of trade-off here, some kind of exchange, but it's almost like what my grandmother would say, puss in a bag. Is that a British saying, puss in a bag? You don't get what you paid for. You don't get what you expected. You're bamboozled, hoodwinked. Is that what's going on here? Somebody was hoodwinked. Okay. A deal gone wrong. Let me make some notes here. Just going to use the back of the last paper where I made notes for the last video, okay? I feel like I need to take note. Okay, someone needs to take note here. There's a deal that went wrong. A deal gone wrong. I'm hearing somebody's gone rogue. Deal gone wrong. Somebody gone rogue. Puss in a bag. Somebody may need to piss in a cup. So this could be a drug deal. Because I just heard urinate in a cup, but the P word, P-I-S-S. And I know that you do that when you are being tested for narcotics, okay? So this may be a drug deal gone wrong. And I haven't even started the real notes yet. This is just coming out now, okay? Jack and the Beanstalk. So somebody's now out of reach. Or somebody's about to go to higher heights. Because Beanstalk went all the way to the top. It's high. I'm also hearing the climb was worth it. Well, this looks like it's going to be another long video. Hopefully it'll be worth it. Okay, because I haven't even got into the meat and potatoes yet. Okay, so I hope this appetizer is tasty. Okay, there was a giant beanstalk. He went outside and started to climb the beanstalk. He climbed up to the sky through the clouds. Jack saw a beautiful castle. Again, out of reach. Okay, I already wrote that down. I'm just reading what's on the screen. I don't want to click into anything for the full story. When his mother sees he's brought home beans instead of money, she throws the beans out the window and a great beanstalk rose into the clouds, which touches on what I wanted to say. I mentioned but didn't go into it. It's the scripture. Let me write it down here. Romans 8. And it says there, Romans 8:28. All things work together for good for them that love the Lord, for them who are called according to his purpose. Okay, that's in Romans. If it's not 28, it'll be found in there, Romans 8. Okay, so what I'm getting, and I mentioned this in the last video, which when I said I spoke about black women and then took it out, but then came back and still end up talking about black women anyway. I'm getting this, even though somebody was taken advantage of, okay, hoodwinked here. Those beans still came in handy, okay? They were still valuable in some kind of sense. What you thought was worthless, or who you thought was worthless, or what you thought was a bad decision, a bad deal, something gone wrong, something gone awry, it's actually going to turn around in your favor, or maybe somebody else's favor, but nonetheless it's not in vain. That's what I'm getting. Something is not in vain. Something actually helps your climb, like boosters you. You're getting a booster. Okay, somebody could be getting a booster shot. Side note, you're getting a boost here, a boost, a leg up. Somebody's gonna give you a leg up. Okay, something is not in vain. That's what I'm trying to say. That was once considered worthless. I'm gonna have to transfer these notes into my notebook to really keep everything together. I'm just channeling from what I'm seeing on the screen here, little synopsis of the story. Okay, not actually clicking on a website though. Okay, so this is a lot. I wasn't expecting any of this. Romans 8, the fact that I'm thinking about Romans 8 makes me think back on Nicki Minaj, which came out a lot in the last reading, a lot of references, a lot of quotes from some of her songs, titles of her songs. Okay, and then now I'm thinking about Church Girl, Nicki Minaj. I think I wrote this down somewhere here because I really want to get through these messages. What I got from that, going back, thinking about that message and what I'm getting now, seeing Romans and being triggered. Somebody is triggered. This could be specifically Nicki Minaj, but it doesn't have to be. But what I'm getting in the grand scheme overall, just looking at a glance, okay, bird's eye view, is somebody wants somebody to be more like Beyonce. And what I mean by Beyonce, Church Girl. She sings the song Church Girl, even though in the song Church Girl, it's like a church girl having a wild night, like just really letting go of her inhibitions and having a good time. Somebody expects someone to be an actual church girl, like quiet. You know how Beyonce does not respond to the critics, to the haters, to anyone really. She does things on her own terms, on her own time, you know. Somebody wants someone to be quiet. But it seems as if someone's personality is more like a Nicki Minaj, more like a Chung Lee, you know, aggressive or assertive, combative, outspoken, okay, a little bit outrageous. You know, these are words that are coming. I'm not saying these are actually the qualities of Nicki Minaj. I'm just getting this juxtaposition between a church girl and a Chung Lee, and it seems like somebody here will rather one over the other, and somebody is acting more like one than the other. Okay, I hope that shines some light on another possibility from the last reading, but also carrying over to this one. Okay, we're dealing with two personalities here. It could be two characters here, and again, these characteristics is Chung Li, and then you have the church girl. Okay, but I don't know if we should go deep into the actual songs and lyrics, or just take it as the titles and whatever comes to mind when you hear the titles, or even the personality, the character of Nicki Minaj and Beyonce, what they put out there based on their work and all that, their media presence. There's something really, really significant about that, about character. Something about your character. That was quite the mouthful as well. Okay, so maybe you are loquacious, again, outspoken, strong-willed. You could also be mysterious. Maybe you are a mixture of both of those women characters. Okay, you know when to bite your tongue, and then you know when to respond. You don't back down from a challenge. Okay, but you also know your place. You're very flexible with your power. You know when to fight, or you're very strategic. So it's one, you know that saying, I win the battle, but you win the war, or vice versa. I win the war, you win the battle. It's something like that. Okay, so war and battle, or just some kind of war or battle that's about to happen or in place. War, rumors of war. Okay, two brands could be battling it out for somebody. Okay, could be a brand war over somebody who is considered precious. Going back to the reading now. Okay, somebody who a brand or brands, two brands, look at and think that they could make a lot of money off of, make a commodity. Okay, because now I'm thinking about the message about the dream girl. And in the dream girl message, I said that Jamie Foxx and the mother, and it's so funny that we just mentioned mother here. Okay, uh, the mother says, I didn't think, my daughter was talented, had a voice. Okay, so somebody might not want you to have a voice, doesn't want you to use your voice. Okay, side note. And Jamie Foxx says it's a quality, she has a quality that we could capitalize off of. So that's coming back out again. You are some kind of dream girl, or you're captivating. You have strong leadership. Okay, back to Nicki Minaj and Beyonce, and I don't want to make it about them, but Beyonce starred in Dreamgirls, yes, okay, and she could be considered one as well, okay. I know that's going to be subjective, of course, but since I'm sharing these messages, this story right now, I will say what goes. So in this situation, she will be the dream girl, okay, or somebody might see you as the dream girl again, with a little mixture of Beyonce and Nicki. Okay, strong leadership. I get that, like from Nicki. Quiet influence, but both powerful. You're just a real powerful person, okay? A real powerful person. No one should go up against you. No one should try to battle you or take you to war because you're a giant, okay? Or, since we're talking about giants here, you might be strong enough to take down a giant, even though one might estimate you to not be capable. Maybe because you're a woman. Okay, maybe being a woman in a particular field or industry feels like you're going up against giants. This could be a male dominated industry. Okay, and you feel like you belong there. Okay, they can't outdo you. You take down giants. So you're like a David. Somebody's name could be David here. Okay, 23 minutes and I'm not even in the message. There's so much being channeled. Is there anything else? Jack goes up the beanstalk to rescue a little girl who has been transformed into a harp. Wow, okay. So some kind of rescue here. Harp, that tells me music. So this could be the music industry. I just talked about a male-dominated industry. I would think the music industry is one, okay? So music. Some kind of rescue. So I'm getting somebody change into somebody that they're not, okay? Into a character that's unrecognizable or just insufferable. And they need help. They need to be rescued. Somebody might need rehab here. Somebody might be battling the industry here. Okay, that's enough for Jack and the Beanstalk. So many children's books. So we got Jack and the Beanstalk, Curious George, Dr. Seuss, Cat in the Hat, Thing 1, Thing 2. All that will make sense, okay? let me get back to here. There's somebody here, and maybe somebody who is high up. I say that because we have to subjugate to bring under control. It looks like there's going to be some kind of humbling, some kind of humiliation. Somebody may have gone through some kind of humiliation ritual, okay? Or is just being called to account here, okay? There's some kind of petition going on. People are gathering to possibly hold somebody accountable for something here. Maybe people want to see somebody get humbled real bad, okay? For somebody else, or maybe for the same person, same situation, you're going to be quickly, I just heard quickened, okay? You're going to be taken from one place, brought to another, and this is for divine protection, okay? You're going to, like, you have to leave some place because somebody's coming after you. They want to capture you. They want to put you in some kind of captivity. Okay. I mentioned war and battle over here on the notes that were just channeled. Okay. And now this is giving me some kind of like prisoner seasonal war vibe. Okay. Somebody might be carried away and taken under a conqueror's power. All right, so somebody wants to conquer somebody else. Okay, to take captive of one's mind. Somebody could be under mind control. Somebody might be easily brainwashed. Okay, somebody might be into that whole MK Ultra stuff, or speak about stuff like that. Okay, somebody could just be, somebody could just have a stronghold on somebody, because in the last message, when Curious George first came up, underneath was a hold on. So somebody could have a stronghold on someone, holding someone captive, holding someone hostage, or someone could just feel imprisoned with someone or in a situation. Okay. For someone else, there is something to celebrate. Okay. Hence the cake here. I did eat some cake while these messages were being channeled. I have some icing left. It's so sweet. I can't eat it all at once. So something can't be taken in all at once, eaten, digested all at once, okay? Something needs to be served, given, taken in small doses, small doses. Someone here could just be exceptionally sweet. I know that loving you is easy because you're beautiful came out in the last reading. Okay, you could just be a complete sweetheart. Okay, somebody might need to check their sugar. Okay, somebody might be diabetic. Okay, somebody might be diabetic. Be careful with that insulin. Where am I? Somebody is going to be added back into something, and maybe this is the reason for celebration or cause for celebration. Okay, the captive could be just you captivating somebody, or just being captivating again, very attractive. Okay, Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, think that, think a love child of them both. That would be you, essentially. Okay. Um, so you're really captivating here, and you're going to be added back in or featured in something. Okay, somebody's going to give you a feature. So you could be a musician of some sort. Okay, somebody wants a feature, or you want to feature somebody, or you're about to be featured in some kind of newsprint, some kind of magazine here, some kind of podcast. Somebody may shout you out. Okay, something, you're going to be featured somewhere. There's a feature here. Okay, there's a feature. All right. Um, I'm getting a new deck. I don't know if this is a physical deck, somebody renovating a deck, something important about a deck, something can be buried underneath a deck here. Somebody might have buried evidence under a new deck, okay? Or a new deck is a reason, um, or evidence is a reason why somebody got a new deck to cover up something, okay? That's interesting. Not gonna even delve too deep into that, okay? So something is buried. I'll get back to that later if it comes back, maybe in another message, another day, another video. Okay, but something is buried here, okay? Or somebody is burying some evidence. Somebody is burying the truth. All right, somebody's not playing with a full deck, okay? So somebody's getting a new deck, as in like a new hand, dealt a new hand of cards, a new set of cards, a better hand, okay? And there's somebody here who's not playing with a full deck. Okay, the full deck could mean they have some kind of cognitive disability, okay, or they're under some kind of MK Ultra, some kind of mind control, like I mentioned before, brainwashing here, some kind of programming here, okay, or this could be substance abuse. They're not themselves when they're under the influence, okay, or impaired in any way, or not playing with a full deck also gives me this could be a cheater of some sort, somebody who's manipulating the cards. Okay, so the person who is dishing out the cards is not a fair dealer. All right. Um, I'm just looking back on the other notes. Something about drug deal came out, narcotics. Okay, so a deal gone wrong because somebody's not playing with a full deck, or somebody's just not playing fair. Okay, or somebody's not showing their hand. Okay, somebody's not really showing their hand, and that's not fair. Okay, somebody needs to put all the cards on the table. Okay, somebody needs to put all the cards on the table. Moving on, we have 1, 2, 3. So let's go. Ready or not, something is flowing. Flowing fast, flowing quick, flowing rapidly like a river. Okay, so somebody might like the river. I know I do. Okay, but I'm not getting an actual river. I'm hearing like the flow of information. Something is traveling. Something might be going viral for somebody. Okay. And this might be as a result of a feature, somebody mentioning you. Okay. We have back to Curious George. I think these notes are coming from that because we have white man and African monkey. Okay. I think that says a lot without even saying a lot. But somebody needs to get out, and this could be get out the zoo. Okay. By zoo, it could mean the rat race. Okay. Something chaotic. Something where people are operating from their animalistic natures. Okay. Savages here. I'm also getting Get Out the movie, and we know what that is about. Okay, I'm not going to get too deep in that, mainly because I don't really remember everything. It has been a long time, but I know the main part is somebody being hypnotized. So back to the mind control again, this programming to I don't know, it's weird. So something weird is happening here. Okay, something weird is happening here, especially as it pertains to Curious George. Okay, I have didn't want the others in the house. Okay, but then as I was writing others, a 6 came out instead of a O. So 60 CO, because now I see C, but it looks like a 6. Sixers. Is that a team? I'm gonna have to Google that. Sixers. But I meant to write, didn't want the others in the house, but six theirs or Sixers came out, or CO, and then theirs. So cothers, 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 or something co. And we know co is co-opt. Something's getting co-opted, cooperate. Something starts with a CO. Let's check in Sixers just to find out the right sport. Because somebody could be an athlete here. Because I think I mentioned that when I said gold medal, gold prize. Philadelphia, something, oh, 76ers. Ooh, I thought it was just Sixers. Okay, that might be relevant, okay? So something about Philadelphia. I'm getting brotherly love, so brotherly love as well. Somebody could be 76, and I'm seeing games in capital level letters here. So somebody could be a gambler, number one, who does sports betting, okay? Maybe that's the deal that's gone wrong, some kind of bet here. I see the word final. I see Magic, so maybe Magic played the 76ers today. Okay, because I see 128 to 98, magic with 128, okay? So magic wins, or the magic somebody is doing is successful, is working. Okay, you're about to see the final result of somebody's magic here. And this might have New York. New York might be relevant because underneath that I see next. I believe that's New York next. Okay, I don't have to Google that. But we shall see the final score of something very soon. Okay, we're going to see something about brotherly love. Okay. Or maybe two brothers, co-conspirators. That just came to me. Conspiring to get out of something. Or something's like the Get Out movie. And the zoo, again, in the last message, which I really didn't mean to be rude, but it was channeled that way, that somebody actually speaks about another person in very derogatory ways. Maybe this person is unaware of this, but somebody, I don't know, like some kind of zoo animal, somebody refers to somebody as. It could be monkey, doesn't have to be specifically monkey, because I do have Get Out the Zoo here. But it's really, really, really appalling, really rude. Okay. I'm not going to get too deep into that. We're going to see the final score on something, though. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, more on the monkey. The monkey is getting into trouble, or keeps getting into trouble. It's just not being a good little monkey. Okay, so somebody looks like they want the monkey to be a slave, even though they give the impression that they're friends. Okay, that you could live here, live amongst us, but know your place, still know that you're a monkey. So it doesn't matter how friendly or amicable something is presented. Somebody wants somebody to know who's the boss here, who's in charge, who's in control. You are just my pet, okay? Like, I dominate you. But it seems as if this monkey does not want to be subjugated. Okay, so there's some kind of clash, some kind of battle here is causing some kind of war, because it seems as if whoever, let's call it the character, the man in the yellow hat, cannot tame the monkey. And I know in the last video when Heated came out, I said one of the lyrics in Beyonce's song is, only a real man can tame me, only the radio could play me. Okay, so it seems like the man in the yellow hat is losing a grip on the monkey here. The monkey is getting into trouble. The monkey is running off his mouth. The monkey is making up stories here. Curious George, that gives me conspiracy theories or a conspiracy theorist here. Things are getting out of control. Okay, the monkey's jumping from branch to branch, swinging from tree to tree, but nothing takes root or nothing is firm. Okay, and this is making the man in the yellow hat look bad, look like he's losing control, that he's not in control, that he's not being, I guess, the owner, the supervisor, manager, the handler, the boss here. Okay, I'm also getting taken what doesn't belong to you. Okay, so somebody's trying to, I'm getting sniper, no sniping, or swiping. Swiper, no swiping. But that's not a monkey, that's a fox. Okay, another childlike story here. So there's a fox here, somebody who's really clever, really cunning, trying to take something that doesn't belong to them from somebody else, maybe trying to take something from a child, or they think it's going to be easy to take something from this person, because I'm getting, it's like taking candy from a baby. Okay, taking what doesn't belong to you. Oh, wow. Next, we have monkey see, monkey do. So again, more than one here. Thing one, thing two. Could be brothers here, brotherly love, or just two friends. I don't know why I just got two college roommates. Okay, that might be significant to somebody. It could be somewhere out in Philadelphia. Okay, or it could be Africa. or America, or Africans, or African American here, because the story about Curious George is the monkey was taken from Africa, brought back to America, somehow under the illusion or guise that he'll be better off with the man in the yellow hat in America, and that they will be friends. It won't be, you know, a hostile situation, relationship. I will treat you like a friend, but it seems as if there was some kind of breach here. Things were just not as it was expected or laid out, the terms of a contract here. Somebody's breaching a contract here. Okay, somebody is not following orders with a monkey see, monkey do. Somebody's doing something else based on what it is they see. Okay, somebody cannot see what somebody else sees. All right, next we have just stuff it. Okay, as in zip it or stuff it, like stuff something like a suitcase. Could be a turkey here. Anything that is capable of being stuffed could apply here. Okay, I don't know why I just got like a body being embalmed. Okay, so that could play a role here too. Somebody needs to focus on something though, or somebody is too focused on something, too focused on a desire. They have a lust for what is forbidden. And I know a lot of things about children came out in the last reading, and I don't want to go there with this one, and I really hope that that's not what this part means, but it could very well be. Okay, somebody has a passion for what is forbidden. Okay, there's also somebody here that covets what somebody else has. Okay, somebody is going to go through some kind of humiliation ritual, but it's going to appear as playful curiosity with the Curious George here. Okay, but whatever this is, whoever is staging this ritual, responsible for this ritual, they're not going to be forgiven, and they're going to learn a serious lesson from this. Oh, okay, that's all. Okay, all right. So we have two small pages here and then some side notes. Should we pull just a few cards to see what else comes out, if anything corroborates? Okay, but somebody wants to bring somebody under control, but somebody seems like they can't be tamed. And I just got Miley. I don't know if I should go more into the flag just to keep things cohesive. No, I'll start another video with the flag stuff here, because we got to finish more with the flag. Because what the flag is going on here? What the flag is going on here? Okay, so I'm going to go into the flag next video, because I think I need to go into the flag. Okay, somebody's about to be flagged. Somebody needs to be flagged. Somebody's receiving a lot of flack. Okay, so it might be this monkey, okay, who's just out of control. Has to be reeled back in. Okay, something is being brought back in though. Okay, somebody's getting a new set of cards, a new handout. Somebody's getting a handout. Okay, somebody's about to get a handout. Somebody needs a handout. Somebody has their handout. I don't know why I got Salvation Army. That might be relevant to somebody. Okay, I know that's a big brand. That's a powerhouse. Okay, charitable work. Somebody might be into charitable work, or there might be something very suspicious about Salvation Army. Okay, something might be coming out about Salvation Army. Okay, look, the gig is up, just came out. I'm going to continue until I hear the spirit say stop. Okay, Salvation Army. Maybe somebody needs an army. Like I said, somebody might need to get rescued. I think I wrote that down somewhere. Okay, somebody feels like they need to be rescued, or maybe there's going to be a great rescue of some people who are held captive here. Okay, some people who are in bondage. This could be some kind of political war here. Okay, some people are about to be rescued, or Salvation Army is providing aid, okay, to captives, okay, political prisoners, or somebody's about to be a political prisoner, okay, and it's going to take an army to rescue you. Take whatever resonates. Just saw 411. It didn't come out. So something didn't come out yet, but something newsworthy will soon come out, okay? Something newsworthy, because 411, what's the tea? What's the gossip? What's up? Tell me what's up. We're going to find out what's up very soon about something. Okay, some information is going to, I'm hearing go rampant. So again, viral, something's going to flow fast like a river. Okay, current. Okay, so current affairs. This is current affairs. Current news, breaking news. Okay, something is being channeled. In the last reading when I said CC, somebody's name could be CC, as in your nickname for short, CC. CC is also giving me, not CC, but Chanel. That's the logo symbol for Chanel. Okay, so some kind of symbolism is relevant here. Okay, some kind of symbolism. But what I wanted to say before that, Chanel, I also got channel. So somebody might be channeling something. Somebody might be watching a channel, or this news, this 411 is going to appear on many channels. Okay, somebody might be a person who channels. Okay, or somebody's going to come across a message that somebody channels here. Okay, all that came. And it has more to do with something I mentioned in the last video. So you might want to check that out if you want to know what I'm talking about, if you feel like it resonates, okay? Something about channel, or somebody could be named Chanel. Somebody might be featured in a Chanel ad, because we did get feature. We did get somebody who's captivating here, all right? Somebody might be gifted with some Chanel as well, okay? I'm going to stop here because a lot came out and we're already 46 minutes. A lot came out, so I'm going to go through it really quickly, not go too deep, because again, I'm supposed to keep things simple. All right. I'm going to get a little bit more sugar here. Two things. Somebody has a forked tongue. So somebody is not being straight, honest, transparent here. Okay. A flip-flopper. Also, somebody likes to sugarcoat things. They're not saying what it is that's on their mind. Okay, they're not giving you the 411. Somebody's holding back some news, some important news. Okay, they have a split tongue, a forked tongue, a devil's tongue, a snake tongue, not devil's tongue, but maybe, yeah, maybe, yeah. You say the devil's and snakes, no, it makes sense. So somebody's highly deceptive here. Somebody's feeding you a placebo. Somebody thinks it's easy to get over on you, like giving candy to a baby, taking candy from a baby. Somebody knows how to butter you up with sweet stuff. Okay, somebody knows how to get on your sweet side, or so they think. Okay, a lot's channeling right now just from this little icing. Okay, something is going to be like icing on a cake, is wrapping up. It's going to be presented. Somebody's presenting a case here, and I'm getting this is just the icing on the cake. Okay, or I'm hearing you haven't seen nothing yet, that this is just the icing on the cake. I'm hearing your inside is just as sweet as your outside. Okay, I'm also getting that for somebody. But for somebody, it's time to celebrate. It's time to cut some cake. I'm hearing make a wish. Somebody needs to make a wish. A wish is going to be granted. Okay. Yep. Somebody is going to come across a genie or something, and it's going to grant you a wish. So make a wish. Somebody could just have a sweet tooth. Okay. Let's get back into it. Man, that's sweet. That is sweet. Too sweet. Too sweet. You're too sweet. You're too sweet. Can't take it. Can't take it. Give me, come on. Back up. Back up. Back up. Now that's refreshing. That's refreshing. Yeah, I see a yellow card on top. That's refreshing. Woo, let's do this. Endowed with the gift of prophecy. I'm going to lay it out, or attempt to just lay it out without getting too deep, because I don't want to take up too much time, and sometimes I could go off with just one card, one message. Okay, but that's self-explanatory. Let's see where else this goes. I want to keep these close, the ones that were channeled in the moment, just to see if they're corroborating. Okay, so you're endowed with the gift of prophecy. You're about to see somebody go rogue. You're speaking about a deal gone wrong here. So let's see what else. Okay, some kind of war or something, but the gig is up. The gig is up for someone. Okay, somebody's about to be humiliated, and you prophesied this. You could see this coming. You told them, don't try to play me. Don't try to play me. I'm getting, I could be your sweet dream and your beautiful nightmare. That's also by Beyonce, okay? But the gig is up. Whoever is out here pretending to be a character, putting on a show, a performance, keeping up some kind of facade, the gig is up. Okay? The gig is up. So that we may boldly say, the Lord is my helper, and I will not fear what man shall do unto me. Yeah, so even if you're going to war, going to battle, I'm here, the battle belongs to the Lord. The battle is not yours, it's the Lord's. Who's that? Yolanda Adams? Okay, so someone named could be Adam here. Okay, well, I'm here and you're the first, because Adam is the first man, so first man. Okay, you're the first man, so you're first. Okay, you come in first. Okay, but don't fear whoever it is you are. The battle is the Lord's. A person's a person, no matter how small. This is a new card I added when I got the Dr. Seuss clue. This is a quote from Dr. Seuss. Okay, so this tells me whoever it is you are fair. Okay, you see people, you see their dignity, you see that we're all pretty much human. We're all the same, despite your class, your age, your sex, any of those things that we use to separate and differentiate and distinguish, okay, and make one superior, another inferior, is just an illusion, is just a lie, it's just a construction. The truth is, a person's a person, no matter how small. Okay, so you see, you highly esteem others, or you make people feel big. Even though you yourself might be a big shot, you're very humble. Or some people is about to learn a lesson that a person's no matter how small. So be careful how you treat people. Okay, so I'm getting taking advantage of the little man, stepping on the little man, not respecting the little man here. Okay, so if this is a brand, a big brand that we are talking about, because that came out heavy in the last message. Okay, this brand could be taking advantage of its employees, its staff, okay, or even consumers. All right, just not treating people fairly here. So somebody of a haughty spirit, somebody with a lot of pride. Okay, well, we know what happens with pride. It's right before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall. Okay, I'm going to try to find the exact quote for that. But here is Dr. Seuss reminding us of who it is we are. No better than anybody else. Okay, so maybe you're the one who is teaching somebody this lesson, because there's something about a lesson here. Or children's books teach us lessons here. The moral of the story. That is important here. The moral of the story is to remain humble. Moral of the story. Be careful how you treat people. Be a good character. Yes, be a good character here. Okay, we have the gift of faith here. Okay, church girl came out in the last reading, and I also said something about the church holding people in bondage through fear tactics. Okay, There's a lot of fear-based situation that is deliberately manufactured to trigger certain emotions of people. Okay, so maybe you are talking about something like this, prophesying about something like this, telling people that they need to look to God, that they don't need a middleman, they don't need a priest. All right, um telling people about the gift of faith, okay, that you don't need anyone else to tell you anything about God, because you could have your own direct relationship with God, okay, through faith. We are saved by grace through faith. Okay, so maybe the gig is up with the church. Okay, the gig is up with the church, because what are they really doing? Okay, and like let me not go too deep. We have, they are obsessed with you. Somebody's obsessed with you. This could be somebody at the church. Okay, since we're talking about church here, we have a cosmic clash. Are we not talking about church stuff? Or church, cannot make this up. Cosmic clash. This is light versus dark here. Okay, light versus dark. Which side are you on? With they are obsessed with you, you're like, I'm getting moth to a flame here, that a lot of vampires cling to you, they're after you, a lot of parasites here, okay, leeches here, okay, because you are of the light. Everybody wants to come to the light, but does not want to be a light. And I say somebody's a luminary in some kind of respect, regard, aspect, okay. That's what I'm getting. You're highly enlightened. This is a yellow card. You are highly enlightened, okay? Or you are enlightening others, okay? To come out from the darkness and enter the marvelous light, okay? Somebody seems to be obsessed with that. Maybe obsessed with stopping you, okay? Or just obsessed because they're just captivated. Because I said somebody here is very captivating, okay? That's my type. They're obsessed with you because they think, you know, you're their type. They see you as a mix of two powerful women here. Okay, Beyonce, Nicki Minaj. That's two powerful. You're their type, okay? And you're sweet. Didn't we say something about sweet? This is sweetie. You're a sweetie. All this icing, it makes sense that I cannot make this up, okay? That's my type. That's my type. 6 figures, yeah. Yep. Somebody rich is gonna be obsessed with you, and that's your type, and you're their type. Maybe you're of the light, they're of the dark, and that's sad because can be unequally yoked, okay? But maybe this is totally separate. I don't even want to mix it, okay? But I'm getting spiritual warfare here with the battle and war that we wrote down over there, okay? But yeah, let's continue. 57. We have Sophia. Somebody could be named Sophia, but with Sophia, I'm getting wisdom. So you're wise, whoever it is you are. So you have the gift. You've been endowed with the gift of prophecy, but you also have wisdom, okay? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom as well. And if you have this fear of the Lord and you get this wisdom, you could boldly say things like this: the Lord is my helper, and I will not fear what man shall do unto me, because you got wisdom, okay? You know who the sovereign God is, who's really in charge, okay, who has the ultimate power and providence and dominion and majesty, the one who deserves all the glory and honor and praise, okay? You have this wisdom, okay? Look at this. I'll make love to you. You're somebody's type here. They're obsessed with you. They want to shower you with what they have, with their treasures. They want to share their treasures with you because they see you as a treasure, as somebody that should be treasured, okay? Woo! Woo! I like the way this is going. Next, we have one person pretends to be rich, yet has nothing. Another person pretends to be poor, yet has great wealth. That is Proverbs 13:7. A person's a person no matter how small. So you're out here, you're not bragging, you're not boastful. You know you're wealthy, you know you're abundant, you know what it is you have. Okay, but you don't show your hand. Okay, you're treating people as if you are just like them because that's how you see people. That's what I'm getting here. Okay, I'm getting here while there are others out here who are putting on a facade. Didn't I write something like that down? Okay, somebody is a different character. Somebody's playing a character. Okay, somebody's not real. Okay, they're fake. They're not really happy. Okay, but you, it's like you're the opposite. They would never know that you are a rich character because, again, you're not flamboyant. Okay, you have wisdom. Okay, you don't rub things in people's faces. Okay, I mean, yeah, you don't tease people like dangling a candy in front of a baby. Like, you don't abuse your power. You don't take advantage of people who are vulnerable, people who are small, people who are helpless, voiceless. Okay? You're not here to subjugate anyone. And I think that's what makes you a treasure. It makes you a gem, makes you a beautiful person. That's what makes you easy to love. That's what makes somebody want to make love to you. Okay? Because loving you is easy because you're beautiful. I think you're a lot of people's type here. I think a lot of people are obsessed with you or about to be obsessed with you. Okay? Because you're not just beautiful, but you're also wise. Gifts are good, but only if administered in love. Yeah. You are not out here belittling anyone, degrading anyone. No one is beneath you. No one is beneath you. You make everyone feel seen and heard. That's what I'm getting as well. Look at this. Yeah, you're a beautiful comfort and consolation for many. Okay, you make people feel at ease at home. Okay? Somebody could be a grief counselor. That's just coming back to me as well. All right, or you're just like a soothsayer. You're good with your words here. We got Queen of Swords. Okay, so you're very intelligent, intelligible. All right, you know how to speak to people. Okay? Yeah, I'm hearing you. You make people feel dignified. You remind them that they are a strong character. You bring out good characteristics in people by how it is you use your words. Okay? Very sharp here. You could be a scholar, a teacher. All right? You could be teaching some kind of class on spirituality, or maybe you're a theologian. You're in the seminary. Okay? But we got Queen of Swords here. You could also be an air sign. Is that like a Libra? Where's the Queen? Aquarius? Or any air sign here, okay? The Queen is Libra. Okay, I could be speaking to a Libra about a Libra here. Happy birthday, Libras, by the way, okay? It is our season. It is our season, and I kind of stopped thinking about birthday when certain messages started to come through, okay? Didn't feel like I should celebrate when I have to be sharing some news that some might consider to be bad news, unfortunate news, sad news. All right? But it is my season, our season for all Libras out there. So I wish you a celebratory moment. I hope you have a great time. Okay, whatever it is you do, even if you do nothing, I hope you're happy doing that, because chances are that's what I'll probably end up doing is nothing, and I'll be okay. I'll be okay. All right, for sure. Moving on. I'm getting you really talk that talk, okay? All right, I'm here, Rihanna, talk that talk. You also practice what you preach, so gift of faith, endowed with the gift of prophecy. You practice what you preach here. Very articulate, good communicator, very witty, strong voice. Okay, so you might speak on behalf of others. Okay, look at this. Jesus walks. I can't make this up. Okay, you could be some kind of minister. Okay, or you lead a ministry. Okay, or you're bringing a lot of people to Christ, winning a lot of souls here. Okay, by the way you preach, the sermons you give, the stories you share, your testimonies. Okay, you're just like highlighting Jesus, though. Jesus is at the center of this, or Jesus is at the center of this cosmic clash. Okay. Someone sees the Jesus in you. I'm getting that as well. Okay, you got the mind of Christ. You think like Christ. What would Jesus do? Jesus will use wisdom. Okay. or Jesus brings you a lot of comfort and consolation as well. All right. You follow Jesus. Wherever Jesus goes, you go. That's what I'm also hearing as well. Okay, for somebody, no more tears. I gotta speed up. It's past the 1 hour mark. We have a dove. I said somebody might be passing away, or somebody just might be endowed with the Holy Spirit, like experiencing the baptism of the Holy Spirit. Somebody might just be born again here. Okay, this could represent the gift of prophecy. Okay, that you get messages here from heavenly places. Okay, from the Spirit. The Holy Spirit is with you, communicating with you. Something about your tears. Your tears could also be a language that the angels understand, the heavens understand, and the heavens doesn't like to see you cry, or when you cry, that's when the Spirit comes upon you, okay, and you receive some kind of prophecy. All right, I'm also getting that. So many things wants to be channeled. That's why my nose is itching off the chain. So something's off the chain. I'm getting the weakest link. The weakest link is about to be removed. Okay, every chain has its weak link, and once it's recognized, it must be removed. Okay, must be removed. There's some kind of linkage here. Okay, let me put no more tears. Somebody needs to stop crying. Okay. ATF, again, it showed itself last time. Now it's finally out. That tells me that we are a little bit closer to whatever raid's gonna happen. I think that's the word I was looking for in the last video. We're a little bit closer to the raid that I have been prophesying for a while now. The gig is finally up. This person is about to be brought to justice. Okay. Police are moving in. The law is involved. Not to say too much because we're running out of time. Somebody here could be a shaman, consulting a shaman. Okay, the shaman could be the prophet here, the one who is endowed with the gift of prophecy. Okay, the shaman could work with tears. Okay, as well. The shaman could be very gifted as well. Very gifted. A gifted spellcaster, okay, who knows how to use words, okay, to cast spells. Okay, this wanted to come out earlier. It showed itself on the bottom, so I'm getting, again, whoever was on the bottom is not going to be on the top. It has been quite the climb. You never thought you'll get to the top, hence Jack and the Beanstalk kept going and going, but when he got there, it was almost like a mansion in the sky here. Something about mansion, right? Yeah, so you're being moved from the bottom to the top here. Higher heights. Okay, limited access, very exclusive. You're about to come into immense fortune. With that fortune is going to come fame, and this is fate. Okay, put that on Jesus. Hallelujah. Bless the name of the Lord. This is no joke. And the last reading, I mentioned that somebody's loss is your gain. You're going to come into an inheritance that is so exponential. Okay, and it's coming expeditiously, exponential and expeditiously. Yup, Christ's gonna give it to you. Okay, this is coming straight from God, straight from X. X is my other way for saying Christ, Jesus Christ, Yahshua HaMashiach. Call him whatever you like, because soon we'll know the true name, and our names shall also be changed. Okay, so for now, we will just say X. X is gonna give it to you, whatever it is that you're looking for. Okay, this 888 is also the number of Christ. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna get it. It's gonna be given to you. Last, always there when you call. Jesus, I love you so much. Always on time. Gave you my all. Baby, be mine. This is like a cute little couple here. That's what I'm getting. Even though they were not romantically involved. This is Ja Rule and Ashanti. They were the perfect duo back in the day. Okay, every song that they made was a hit. So whoever it is you are, you're a hit. Okay, or whoever it is you're going to be coming into contact with. Maybe, I don't know why I feel so stuffy. It's the same feeling that came over me the last reading, congestion. Something is getting built up. Okay. And then can't breathe. Something's really stuffy. And did we say something about stuffy or stuff it? Something is being stuffed, like right now. This is congestion. This is like somebody's sick. Somebody has mucus on their chest or something. I'm not sick. I don't know why I'll be feeling like this out of nowhere, but it's like a sudden buildup. A sudden buildup. Okay. I'm also getting somebody feels like there's bricks on their chest, like it's maybe because they know that a gig is about to be up. But anyway, always there when you call is really going back to the I'll make love to you. Okay, that's my type. Somebody's going to be obsessed with you. Okay, you're a great comfort and consolation. You're just so beautiful. Okay, and they want to be there whenever you call. They want to be on time. They're not always there when you call, but they're always on time. And I feel like this is God. Okay, God is always on time. Okay, Jesus walks. Okay, Jesus walks. But somebody wants to be there for you. Somebody wants to be there for you. Always there when you call. Always on time. Gave you my all. Baby, be mine. Always there when you call. Always on time. Somebody probably needs some medication because I'm looking at small doses and something just went on. It cleared up. Okay, so something's about to be cleared up. Okay, this could be from medication. All right, somebody needs to take small doses. All right, somebody wants to come in and give you something. Okay, always there when you call, always on time. All right, somebody wants to give you a gift. Okay, somebody wants to give you something. Gifts are good, but only if administered in love. That's what I'm looking at here. Okay, so something is not in vain. Something is not in vain. Somebody wants to give you something, and it doesn't matter how small it is. I'm getting it's valuable. Okay, so this might be something small in a big package or something big in a small package. Okay, so the package, you're not expecting this package. Somebody might be getting a package that they're not expecting, or something's going to be wrapped in a package that is deceiving, but what's on the inside, it's revealing. Okay, I'm getting mesmerizing. Something's mesmerizing here. I'm going back to Ja Rule and Ashanti. I think they have a song called Mesmerize. Okay, and they're at like a theme park, I believe, amusement park. So something is amusement, something is fun. You need to have some fun. You need to celebrate. Okay, I'm also getting Greece. I think they were dressed as characters from Greece. Okay, so that might be relevant as well. I think leather. There's a lot of leather in Greece. Somebody could be a dancer. Okay. I'm trying to figure out the lyrics to Mesmerize now. Okay, somebody's trying to figure you out. You could be very lyrical. The Queen of Swords did come out. Now we have the King of Cups. Somebody wants to love you, okay? Somebody wants to really show you some love. I want to give you some love. I think that's the moral of the story. I want to give you some good loving because you're exceptionally sweet. Somebody wants to give you some love. They want to give you something. Okay, I don't mean that in any kind of negative way. This is something good. This is something that you probably need, okay? A magic stick, okay? And I'm thinking about candy shop, G unit. Okay, somebody might want to touch a G spot here. Okay, put something in someone's unit here. Okay, it's a King of Cups. They want to make love to you. Okay, this is precisely what this card is saying. Somebody wants to make love to you. They want to make it sweet. They want to make sweet love. Who's that? Carrie or Chris Brown? Whatever. That's my type. You're this person's type. They want to give you some comfort and consolation. That's what this Knight of Pentacles is giving me. But they want to make love to you. Okay? They want to make love to you. They are obsessed with you here. Okay? Let me hurry up here. We have the Three of Pentacles. Let me clarify it right away. Is there anything else? And then wrap this up. This is longer than I thought it would be. Then I have to watch it back before I post it. So it's going to be posted very late. But let's wrap this up. Just some clarity for this Three of Pentacles. Okay, it's giving ATF. I don't know why I'm looking at ATF. Look at the Three of Pentacles. Okay, I'm getting like somebody is wrapping something up here because the gig is up. Okay, they're putting the final touches on something here. Okay, figuring out exactly how they're gonna give it to someone here. Okay, this king though looks like he wants to put you up in a beautiful castle here. Again, didn't I say somebody needs to make a wish? Because it's like a genie is really here to give you what it is you want. That's what I'm getting as well with this. Like Aladdin. Like a magic stick. Sorry. Somebody might want some kind of hand job. Okay. Something's happening quick. We got the tower here. So is this tower clarifying this Three of Pentacles? Whatever it is somebody is planning is just not going to work here. It's not going to work. This is where the deal gone wrong here. This is a deal. Doesn't have to be a drug deal. Okay. Any conspiring. Anybody that's in cahoots. Whatever it is that they're doing, plotting, it's going to really blow up in their face here. And the gig is up. The gig is up. The gig is up. Something is just too out of reach, and it could be you. Okay? It could be you. You're just too out of reach. Okay? You're high up. While they're down here plotting, you're just climbing the beanstalk. You're just minding your business. Okay? Climbing the beanstalk. Going to higher heights. Okay? While somebody's tower is coming down. Okay? While you're elevating, somebody is going down. Okay, this is some kind of humiliation. Okay, come on. Magic stick. Remember we said something about magic? Okay, this is like a magic stick. You found some kind of magic stick? Somebody wants to give you a magic stick. That's the moral of the story. Okay, somebody wants to give it to you in small doses as well. We got the Six of Pentacles jumping out. Okay, this came on the tower, the Five of Pentacles, and this came out in the last reading. And I'm going to reiterate that your come up is somebody's downfall. And I don't know if that is fair. Okay, I guess you got to use wisdom, but it seems as if things are being balanced out here, that you are deprived of something before, but now there's restoration. There's some kind of restoration here, but something's got to give first. To give to you, the gig must be up. One more card. This is a long one. Romans 8:28. Remember that everything works together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose. Everything works together for good. It's all going to work out, especially in the end. Okay? There's just something about your character that's just boosting you. Or is it going to make somebody give you a boost? Okay? Boost so powerful or effective that is going to take you out of reach and into some high places that you've never been before. Okay, some of you are going to be moving into a beautiful castle. It doesn't have to be an actual castle, but you will think that it's a castle because it's going to be so much better from where it is you are coming from. Okay, because this is giving me your living situation here is going to be improved. Okay, your living situation is going to be improved. This is safety. This is security. This is like somebody being rescued, somebody being given something to help them out of a bad situation here. Okay, the Chariot. Let's say somebody's leaving. You're going higher up. High, high, high up. Jack and the Beanstalk up. Okay, through the clouds. So you might be taking some kind of flight here. Cannot make this up. You're moving on up to the east side. Is that the song? 227. That might be relevant to somebody. I know in the last reading, East versus West came out. So somebody could be just moving from the west side to the east side. You're moving on up. Okay. The climb was worth it, though. You got the boost you needed, and the climb was worth it. Okay. Something is not in vain that was once considered worthless. You continue being a warrior. There's something about your character. Okay. You might be considered to be a strong character. People have to take you in small doses, so that gives me that you're not for everybody here. Okay, and that is okay, because next we have exceptionally sweet. You are a sweetheart. Okay, you're a sweetheart. Something could have been buried inside of you. It could have been this gift of prophecy, or something is just about to be buried here, especially after this tower. Okay, this could be a devastating loss. Okay, this is going to break a lot of hearts here, bring a lot of sorrow. Okay, this could be a betrayal. I'm hearing this is a big betrayal. This is the ultimate betrayal for somebody. Somebody found themselves in a very difficult situation, a deal gone wrong, okay, which is causing somebody to go rogue, okay, and somebody's going to be out of reach as in totally unavailable. Okay, what's on the bottom here? Somebody is gone. Somebody is gone. I feel like I need more, but I'm going to close it off here. I think we got the moral of the story. I think we got the moral of the story. Something about the past again. Okay, I need to end it here. Some cards are flipping. Yeah, okay. Something's not working out. Something's just not working out. Somebody is a gambler. Somebody made the wrong decision. They bet wrong. I'm hearing they they chose the wrong one. Chose the wrong thing. Bet on the wrong one. Could be something between the Sixers and Magic or the Knicks. We shall see the final score, but it's gonna affect somebody's speech. Somebody's gonna be speechless, render speechless. Somebody's gonna lose their voice for good. I don't know. I just got an image of somebody and their tongue cut out. So this could be like some real mafia boss stuff. Okay, some Illuminati stuff here. Somebody could be amputated, getting a body part removed because of diabetes, or because, again, they made the wrong deal with the wrong person. They made a deal with the devil here. Okay, so they might be losing something, a body part, or a body. The body might be lost. We might lose somebody. Yeah, I think that's it. We might lose somebody. A lot of cards are flipped over, so I'm getting like things being flipped upside down. Okay, so again, with the raid, search warrants, that's coming through as well. Okay, somebody's been working hard on a case here, and the jig is up. They can't run, they can't hide. Okay, there's no beanstalk they could climb to get away from this crime. They could try to go as high as they can to the sky, but they have no alibi. Somebody's gonna say bye-bye to somebody they love here. Somebody they're in a relationship with, a partnership with. Okay, we got a 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, this is gonna break a family apart here. Yeah, this is gonna break a family apart. This is family matters. Look, we got Magician here. I'm gonna end it on this. 128 Magic. That was the score. Is that the final score? We shall know what the score is. Okay, somebody's about to settle the score. Okay, somebody's about to settle the score. You've been endowed with the gift of prophecy. The Lord is helping you because you fear God. You don't fear what anybody else could do to you. You walk by faith. Okay, you have wisdom. Jesus walks with you. With Jesus walks, you got the spirit, okay, of the Holy Ghost here. All right, you're somebody's type. Somebody wants to make love to you. this is, I gotta end it here before I go off, okay? But take good care of yourselves. Thank you so much if you made it to the end. This is quite a lengthy one, but it will help with the watch hours that I'm trying to meet. So hopefully I could get this channel monetized and start earning a little bit of income, because my business is a little bit slow and I could sure use some money. So hopefully I could start generating some income here, and this channel could be even more valuable or of value. Okay, but justice is being served for someone. Okay, and somebody's coming into love. Somebody wants to love you down. I want to make love, sweet love, all night long to the break of dawn. Hold your body close to mine. Feel so right. Don't let go of me. I want to make love. I don't know who sings that. Is that Carrie Hilson or Chris Brown? But that song is being channeled. Somebody really wants to make love to you. I'm getting in small doses. They don't want to be too pushy. Okay. They want to be gentle. Take it nice and slow. That's a song by Usher. Usher's a Libra, so a Libra again could be relevant. Okay, a Cancer could be relevant here as well as a Taurus. A Virgo, a Capricorn, all the earth signs are present here, okay? But the earthy is giving me somebody very prosperous. Okay, somebody also headstrong. They like to take the lead. Okay, they could be a bit domineering. Okay. But that is that. That is that. That's all we have for now. And I hope you catch me on the next one. In the meantime, take good care of yourself. I leave you with my love. Bye-bye.